Welcome back to the Broad Street Benchwarmers podcast. My name is Adam Den. Ethan Leviditis here with me. Michael Kormalos, our guest. We have, for the first time ever, we are talking fantasy football. And Mike has brought us a list of stuff we can pick up off the waiver wire players, and we're gonna discuss, break it down. So, you want to start us off?
All right, so I'm going to start with some add them for quarterbacks. So first off, I'm going to go Andy Dalton against the Washington football team.
I would not. I want no part of Andy Dalton.
I don't think he played well against Arizona. I think
I
Arizona
agree.
also a really good secondary.
Yes.
It's not really good, but like good enough that they're going to be 4-2, and they'll probably go like 11-5. Washington's secondary outside of Kyle Fuller is not as elite, and I feel like someone like CD Lamb, who isn't going to get much attention, is going to have a field day.
Yeah.
My next ad is Derek Carr versus the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Derek Carr. I mean, if he's not rostered on your fantasy league,
You have to get him.
I think you need to go get him. I was debating getting him actually, but I think I went with Drew Brees personally because I think Michael Thomas just came back, so I feel like I'm confident in Drew Brees to like get his play up. But I think Derek Carr is a really good pickup. Next, I'm going to go with Teddy Bridgewater this week.
Yeah.
I just want to say for all the people who said Teddy Bridgewater was going to be a bridge quarterback this year, and they were bringing it probably like Fields or Lance next year, you're looking pretty dumb right now.
I'm sorry to all 30 viewers that
Teddy Bridgewater is top 10 in passing yards, like fifth. It's top 5.
Sheesh. Wow.
All right. My next add-on is Matt Stafford against Atlanta.
Yeah, that defense is atrocious. So
I have to start him in my money league.
Oh, I feel like DeAndre Swift's starting to like recover from that week 1 drop. He's starting to get like the production is starting to get a lot better. They also have Kerryon Johnson, who he hasn't really popped up much this season, but he's still Kerryon Johnson, Marvin Jones, T.J. Hawkinson, Kenny Galladay. I was trying to
think Galladay, legend, yeah.
But I feel like Stafford's gonna have a field day, and then last but not least, this is someone who everybody should have picked up in their fantasy league. This is Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Against Jacksonville this week. Herbert's a monster.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's proven that he's possibly the best rookie in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
On the offensive side, at least. And I feel like he's having a really good season. And if you don't have him on your fantasy league, you should pick him up right now.
Yeah, we both gave the Chargers like a C- for that pick, so we feel like really stupid.
I gave the Chargers an A+. I personally thought the Dolphins were going to take Justin Herbert, not Tua.
Yeah, I'll give credit to Justin Herbert for exceeding expectations.
I mean, we'll see. The man's played 3 games. He's looked similar to Baker Mayfield did in that same stretch, so we'll see. But I think it's definitely
go with a couple drop-em quarterbacks for the fantasy. So my first drop-em is going to be Kirk Cousins. He's playing terrible.
Yeah.
His time's up. So
Yo.
If I'm Minnesota, I'm looking to trade him by the trade deadline.
I don't know who wants him.
Tank.
I don't know who wants him, honestly. Who'd take that contract? You'd have to give up like a pick.
Or they're going to cut him in the end of the year.
Yeah, that's more likely.
I don't think. Kirk Cousins, he hasn't played well.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 15 in passing yards, but those 11 to 10 interception ratio is not getting it done.
This is our first fully guaranteed money quarterback, everybody. This is what it looks like.
Another drop I think you guys should be making is Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He has not shown me once that he can show up against a good defense. I don't believe in him.
I mean, look, I love the Baker train. I've been on it for a while, but I think it's time to hop off. I think, he's shown.
The final drop him I think you should make is Kyle Allen. If you had him, I don't know why you did.
I mean, I would just pick him up because that Dallas secondary sucks. Like, if you need like a backup, or if you're like in a 2-quarterback league, you have someone on bye like me, like I kind of have to get him because there's like no options. But
maybe. But I don't really see it coming together.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're gonna move on to the running backs. These are my 5 stardoms for this week. So fifth, I'm gonna give Damian Harris versus the 49ers. This is interesting. I feel like this is like if you have like a triple flex league or something. I had one last year, but like if you're being honest, Damian Harris he's really picked up. He had 100 yards against Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I feel like he's picking up the production. He's starting to slowly become the RB1 that the Patriots wanted. Number 4, Boston Scott versus the Giants.
Hey.
I feel like this is more for a PPR league. I don't think anybody's getting a lot of carries until Miles Sanders comes back, but I think they're going to run the screen a lot with Boston Scott or check down. So, I'm liking that. Next, Justin Jackson versus Jacksonville.
I like that one a lot. Yeah.
What's his name? Josh Kelly was not anything anybody thought he would be. He was sort of a 1 week wonder. Eckler's out, so I think Justin Jackson might have a big game this week. So if you're looking for a running back, then.
And I like to say that Chargers offensive line is so good. Any running back that's playing under that system is going to dominate. So go for that.
At number 2, I'm going to have Jerick McKinnon versus the Patriots.
Yeah.
Half the Patriots defense, everyone knows, opted out this year.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots have looked terrible. They shit on the Dolphins. I don't even know who's the other team they beat. Las Vegas. They call it Vegas on the back.
Vegas. Yep.
They've lost. They lost to who this week? They lost to someone bad this week.
Denver.
Yeah, they lost to a banged up Drew Lock. So I think McKinnon's gonna have himself a field day with Mostert and Coleman out.
Yeah.
But my number 1 is someone who I thought was a bad signing at the beginning of the year. But he's low key starting to become a really good dual threat back. I think that's what you refer to. And this is Jared McKissick of the Washington football team. He's projected 14 points this week. I don't think Antonio Gibson's panning out the way they want him to pan him out. Who's the other running back you would on that team?
They don't have
AP anymore.
no AP and no Darius guys.
It's
definitely no Darius guys.
Did you say Kenyon Barber?
No, I said Peyton Barber.
It is Peyton Barber. Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't heard Kenyon Barber's name in a long time.
Yeah.
Starting to become the number 1 back that they wanted. And so yeah, those are my 5 pickups. Now my drop. We're gonna start drops with Malcolm Brown. I think he was a 1 week wonder. He was. I didn't really see it for him. I personally picked him up. I dropped him 1 week later. I did not like him. My second drop's gonna be Devin Singletary.
Oh, wow.
Really? Already?
He's playing the Jets this week.
I'm not liking Devin Singletary this year.
Really? He's not been. I mean, he hasn't been great, but he's still been an RB3. I think. I think he can still hang out on your bench.
Okay, flex. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my final drop is going to be Alexander Madison.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I feel bad for anyone who picked him up.
Yeah, I started him in a few of my leagues, and
I can see why you would want to pick him up, but it was bad. Going to wide receivers. There's some pretty good pickups this week for wide receiver. I'm going to start out with Adam Humphries versus Pittsburgh. Adam Humphries has been pretty good, I'd have to say. He came back last week, torched the Texans. He had like 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. I feel like that would be good. And then you're going to have N'Keal Harry versus the 49ers. I feel like N'Keal Harry, I have a feeling, Just have a feeling. He was good last year. He's been good a couple games this year.
He's been okay. I think that New England Patriots offense is so devoid of weapons that they kind of need him.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's going to have a good game,
Mm-hmm.
And then not finally, what am I saying? All right, Michael Gallup versus Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, they're going to have Amari locked up.
Yeah.
It's Gallup and CeeDee Lamb who are having a field day this week.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have Terry McLaurin starting this week too, I think he's going to crush.
Yeah.
any corner who plays for Dallas. No. Second, we're gonna have Henry Ruggs versus the Bucks. I know a lot of people who drafted him. I drafted him. I dropped him right away. He had that 155-yard reception.
Yep.
And then he was sort of We're gonna have Sterling Shepard versus the Eagles.
Yeah, I would start Slayton. I would start not anybody but Golden Tate. I would start against us.
Yeah, that's my one drop of them for what do you call it this week. I only have one drop in wide receiver, and it's Golden Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be Golden Tate every week. That's
All
it.
right. That's it?
It's my fantasy waiver this
Yeah.
week.
All right. So that's what we have for you guys. Be sure to set your lineups for fantasy, and we're looking forward. Well, I guess we're not really looking forward to Thursday Night Football, but we will be back after Thursday Night Football, the Eagles and the Giants. See you guys, and the Wentz wagon continues.
Yeah.